Very small and premature babies can really struggle to breathe when they are first born. Giving them oxygen can help, but sometimes it is not enough. They cannot open their lungs sufficiently to get all the air they need. This is where the Pumani bubbleCPAP can help.
CPAP is standard treatment for helping newborn babies with difficulties breathing in the developed countries. CPAP is better than using only oxygen because it provides a little bit of pressure to make breathing easier. Often, very small or premature babies have stiff lungs and they need a bit of help to breathe.
It's easy to save babies in a short time with a CPAP machine. They get better.
It's a good machine. I was afraid. I thought I couldn't manage to operate it. But after learning, it was easy.
The mother thinks the baby is going to die. But when we explain and put on the machine, there's a change in about 6 hours. They saw the progress of the machine. That is very useful and happy.
My grandson was sick. He showed signs of respiratory distress. I said, no, this one needs CPAP. My baby recovered in 18 hours. Then she was put off on CPAP.
CPAP provides a mix of air and oxygen with positive pressure.
We've not just been using CPAP. We've actually done a formal study to evaluate how well it works.
The results showed that those who had been on CPAP, 2 out of 3 survived, 67% it was. Whereas if we looked at the children who'd only received oxygen, only a quarter, that's 1 out of 4, it was actually 24% survived. So there was a clear improvement if we managed to put children onto CPAP. It was clear too that this helped particularly the very low birth weight babies, because those are the ones who have immature lungs and they're just frankly getting tired when they're trying to breathe.
The bubbleCPAP machine allows you to vary 2 things. You can vary the amount of pressure. You can also control the percentage of oxygen in the air-oxygen mix. This percentage is called the fractional concentration of oxygen, or FiO2. So first of all, let's go through the controls on the machine, and also the different accessories you'll need to put a baby onto CPAP.
This is the CPAP machine. It has different parts. This is the on and off button. Next to it is the oxygen port where we connect the oxygen tubing.
The tubing can come from either an oxygen concentrator or a tank. The connector with the image of the baby is where you attach the tubing which takes the air-oxygen mix to the baby. This is called the inspiratory tubing. There is a clip to hold the tubing which comes from the baby back to the machine. There are 2 flow meters.
This is the oxygen flow meter.
The first shows you how much oxygen there is in the mixture.
And next to it is the total flow meter.
The second regulates the total blended flow of both air and oxygen. The machine sucks in air at the back to mix with the oxygen. So this air inlet should never be blocked. The water bottle regulates the amount of pressure going to the baby. Filling it increases the pressure. The water level is measured in centimeters.
The CPAP bottle has 2 colors. There's red up here and down, and there's green. It means that we can only play around with the green area. So the water can't be below 5 and can also not go above 8 centimeters. We can only use the 5 centimeter, between 5 centimeters and 8 centimeters.
While it is true that we normally set the pressure between 5 and 8 centimeters, it is also possible that there will be rare occasions when a neonatologist or pediatrician may decide to go outside of these parameters. This decision should only be made by an experienced clinician on an individual basis.
Make sure you are able to see.
You fill the bottle up with clean tap water. The normal level for a baby starting on CPAP is 6 centimeters.
Likewise, while the normal level is 6 centimeters, in some countries the guidelines are to start at the slightly lower pressure of 5 centimeters, and there may also be times when an experienced clinician will want to do things slightly differently.
Close the lid fully. On the top is the port for the expiratory tubing, coming back from the baby. The bottle is held in place with an elastic band. So now let's look at everything else you will need. First of all, this is the expiratory tubing, which attaches to the top of the bottle.
It has an elbow shape at the end. It also has the joint.
Then we have the inspiratory tubing, which plugs into the patient port with the baby icon.
It's a bit shorter compared with the expiratory tubing.
It has a straight connection.
This is the oxygen tubing. It's connected to the oxygen source and to the machine.
There are 2 fish elbow connectors that go at the patient end of the tubing. The prongs fit between them.
We have the CPAP prongs. They come in different sizes as well, from 000 to size 5.
You can see there is a line on them, which marks the maximum you can put them into the baby's nostrils. These are the Pumani hats.
We have different sizes of the hats, small, medium, and large.
These need to be made up from rolls of a stocking net. The small hats come from the stocking net roll, which is 2 inches wide. You'll need a 24-inch length.
For the medium hat, we're looking at a width of 3 inch and a length of 26 inch.
And the large hats are made from 4-inch by 28-inch stocking net. To make the hat, first fold it over to find the middle.
You fold in the middle, so you have to fold 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. So you have 2 halves of the stockinette, and then you take your other hand inside one of the halves.
Reach inside with your hand and grab the knot. Pull 1 half of the stocking net over the other half.
To make the brim of the hat, we're going to fold the bottom edge of the stockinette 3 times at a 5 centimeter brim. So now you have your brim and the hat is complete.
Finally, there are 2 hat clips to keep the tubes in place either side of the hat. And another clip to hold the tubes together behind the baby.